After the meteor struck Earth, the destruction did not end in a single moment. The firestorm slowly faded, but the world did not recover. Instead, darkness took control. The sky remained filled with dust and ash. Sunlight struggled to pass through the thick clouds. Days felt like endless twilight. Temperatures dropped across the planet. Seasons lost their meaning. The earth entered a long, cold silence. Plants were the first to suffer. Leaves turned black. Forests collapsed. Entire ecosystems disappeared. Without plants, herbivores had nothing to eat. Without herbivores, predators had nothing to hunt. The chain of life began to break. Some dinosaurs survived the initial impact. They escaped the fire. They avoided the falling debris. But survival did not mean safety. They wandered through ruined landscapes, searching for food that no longer existed. They followed dried rivers. They waited near dead forests. They relied on instincts that had once ruled the earth. This time, those instincts failed them. Days turned into months. Months turned into years. Hunger weakened even the strongest. One by one, the remaining dinosaurs collapsed. Not from the meteor, not from fire, but from starvation. The age of giants ended quietly, without witnesses. Earth became silent. No roars echoed across the land. No massive footsteps shook the ground. Only wind moved through empty valleys. Only dust covered the bones of the past. Years passed, then centuries, then millions of years. Time continued, even when life struggled. Slowly, Earth began to heal itself. Tiny plants pushed through cracked soil. Moss spread across broken land. Insects returned, unnoticed but essential. Life restarted from the smallest forms. The oceans recovered faster. New species of fish evolved. Marine life adapted to colder waters. Balance slowly returned beneath the waves. On land, small mammals emerged. They were not powerful, they were not large, but they were adaptable. They hid underground. They reproduced quickly. They survived, where giants could not. As millions of years passed, the planet transformed again. Forests returned, thicker and stronger. Rivers reshaped continents. Mountains stood silent as witnesses to change. Mammals grew larger, smarter, more curious. Survival no longer depended on size, it depended on intelligence. And within this changing world, a new kind of being appeared: early humans. They were fragile compared to predators. They had no claws, no sharp teeth, but they had hands and minds that questioned the world. They lived close to nature. They wore animal skins for warmth. In jungles, leaves offered simple cover. They climbed trees. They walked upright. They watched carefully. Every sound mattered. Every shadow meant danger. Life was not easy. Life was survival. Then came a moment that changed everything. Two stones struck together. A spark appeared. Fear followed. then wonder. Fire was born. Fire brought warmth during cold nights. Fire brought light into darkness. Fire kept predators away. For the first time, humans controlled something powerful. The night no longer belonged to fear. Hands shaped tools. Wood was sharpened with stone. Simple spears were created. Hunting was no longer random. Hunting went together. They planned. They communicated. They shared food. They protected children. They cared for the injured. Something new was forming. Some lived in caves within mountains, safe from wind and predators. Others built shelters from wood and leaves, simple but effective. This was the ancient world, harsh, dangerous, yet full of possibility. From extinction came opportunity. From destruction came evolution. The meteor ended one world and unknowingly allowed another to rise. A world that would learn, a world that would invent, a world that would change the planet forever. The age of giants had ended. The age of humans had begun. And this was only the beginning. To be continued.